Hi everyone, it's Kate Boyd and welcome to the video series about the 3 things that your team needs to crush it in competition this year. I'm really excited to bring this unique series to you to go into detail about what I think are the 3 main elements of making competition almost irrelevant by showing up and being your best self, your best team when you hit the mat at competition this season. And today's video is going to focus on the first one of those, which is routine mastery. And this means that you have a great routine and that you are performing it and executing it with skill and confidence. And that really comes down to a few different things. The first one is difficulty. So every routine and in every category, there's likely a difficulty score and an execution score. Sometimes they're paired together, but a lot of times they're a little bit separate. So you get a certain amount for difficulty, for the high level skills that you are able to do in your routine. So your difficulty score comes from performing those high level skills and combining them in different ways in order to max out scores, right? So you don't just do one jump at a time, you string together 2 or 3 jumps. You don't just do a straight up liberty, you do a liberty and then you come down and do some other things, some other transition stunts to end up in a liberty later. So there's a lot of different things that go into your difficulty score. So you always want to look at the highest possible things that you can do in your level of competition and really see how far you can push your team to meet those difficulty demands. But difficulty does you no good if your execution is poor. And that's why execution is another important element in the routine mastery criteria. Sorry, lost my train of thought there. What word should be there? So execution really looks like this. You have no fault or bobbles, that your technical skill is right on, that things are smooth and you make it look easy. If you have a lot of difficulty, but your execution is poor, that is going to weigh in on that. So you want to make sure that you're balancing out both. You want it to be high level and meet that difficulty, but you also want it to look easy, to be smooth, and to not get any major deductions for falls and bobbles along the way. So keep that in mind as well. The next thing they're looking for in your routine is creativity. It's not just the elements that you have, it's how you put them together. So you need smooth transitions from one section to another section of the routine. You can use a variety of things. Stunts are a great way to sort of transition from things, using motions to transition, going straight from one thing into another thing to make it really smooth and look clean all the way through. Another way to get creativity points is through unique combinations. So whether it's stunts or jumps or even tumbling or even dances or other unique things that you can add to your routine, that all adds to your creativity score. So it may not even be an actual score on the sheet, but it certainly factors into things like difficulty and execution. They are looking for how the routine overall fits together. This is kind of the general appeal of your routine. So you want it to be creative, you want it to look easy, and you want it to have those high scoring elements. With all of that, there's one last thing that judges are looking for, and that's showmanship. They want your team to be confident on the floor. They want things to look easy, and they want to see your team's personality. So you want to make sure that you give your team a routine that they can hit all the time, because they need to have confidence and they need to feel like it's easy when they go into it, so that they walk out on the floor and they have the brain bandwidth to give themselves permission to smile and not struggle super hard through everything. They also just need to be confident and showing their personality. So all of those facials that everyone makes fun of in cheerleaders, they really do matter. You need to hear it in their voice when they do cheers. You need to see it on their face when they do stunts and jumps and dances. They need to have that confidence and mental toughness to know that they can hit that routine and show it off while they're there to really give the judges a full performance. So, what judges are looking for when they're looking for routine mastery when it comes to your team crushing it at competition is difficulty, execution, creativity, and showmanship. Those are the main things that they're looking for, and if you combine those things strategically and excellently, then your team will be in great shape when they take the mat and when it comes to the award ceremony. So keep those things in mind as you are working on your routines to focus on those things, and also as you're getting your information and items back from your choreographer, make sure that they align with those things, the difficulty, execution, creativity, and allow your team to be confident and show it off when they're there. Okay, so stay tuned for our next video because it's coming at you in just a few days.